Well, I've known Stephen since 1963. That's almost 60 years. He'll be seen as a pragmatic liberal, not as a radical, as a very thoughtful person who decides cases with a liberal leaning, but without result orientation. He'll go down in history among our much, much better judges.
Do you think that announcing his retirement now in some way gives him some cover if perhaps in some of the cases this session he sides with the conservative majority, and then it doesn't look like he's sort of being pushed out if there is an uproar over some of his decisions?
Well, he won't side with the conservative majority on the major cases, on abortion, on affirmative action, on gun control. There may be some cases that are not as agenda-driven, and he has passed, for example, on criminal justice. He's been relatively conservative, but he's thoughtful. He wasn't pushed out. I think the crazies who tried to get him to retire actually made it harder for him to retire. He was going to retire anyway at the end of this year, and I think it was a mistake for those to try to push him into doing it. I also think it's a terrible mistake for the president to limit his choice of a successor to a black woman. There are an enormous number of qualified black women, and if he picked one of them, I'd be very, very supportive. But the idea of excluding everybody but that category may even be unconstitutional. If he had picked a Muslim and said, I'm doing it because there's never been a Muslim on the court, that would be unconstitutional because the Constitution provides no religious test. I think also picking on the gender might be unconstitutional.
I mean, he's doing something that if your business, my business said we're only going to hire a black woman or a black man or whatever, or a white person, there would be a lawsuit. It would be against the law.
That is now the Supreme Court, of course, on the involving Harvard and University of North Carolina. So it will be ironic if the Supreme Court essentially says that what President Biden did in picking his justice is now unconstitutional.
I need to move on. I only have 60 seconds left for you. Governor Sarah Palin's lawsuit against the New York Times for defamation is set to begin in a matter of days. Give us really briefly that case, and do you think, a lot of people have been waiting for this, that the landmark Times v. Sullivan sort of malice standard could be out the window and there could be some more accountability for media outlets?
Well, I was one of the law clerks who helped write New York Times versus Sullivan, and I have a lawsuit now against CNN, which challenges the malice standard. I think Palin will win on defamation. She has been defamed, without a doubt. On the issue of malice, I think she has a good shot because the Times always makes mistakes that hurt the right and help the left. They never make mistakes, quote, honest mistakes that go against their philosophy and liberals. So I think she'll be able to demonstrate that this mistake, and the Times acknowledges it was a mistake, was done with reckless disregard for the truth.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be, I think that case is fascinating. We're going to be watching it here. I'm sure you and I are going to be talking about it as well. Professor Alan Dershowitz, as always, thanks for being here.
Thank you.